joined by Laura Hall, Managing Director at Maverick Diagnostics, a leader who has taken the reins of the already established business and helped turn it into one of the most engaging and customer-focused names in the diagnostic space. Since stepping into the role, Laura has brought a fresh perspective on the brand, marketing, and the team's visibility, helping Maverick stand out not just for its tools, but for the trust that it builds with garages every day. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Laura.
Oh, thank you for having me, Sara-Mai. I'm really looking forward to this.
No problem. So, the reason that I thought that you were like the perfect person to get on this, not only because we've been friends for a while now, but also because I wanted this episode to shine a light on building an engaged community. And I know that you guys now have 2 customer engagement awards in your back pocket from Automechanika. So it just goes to show that a lot of that building comes way before the exhibition so that you can kind of gear yourself up so that when you land, there's people already there to see you. So I wanted to talk a bit about that today, but I'll just take it a step back first. And my first question was, when you joined Maverick as
hmm
managing director, what stood out to you about the brand that you were inheriting?
I think the passion behind the brand, which came from the owners, Dave and Andy, what they're doing and what they want to bring to workshops and garages, they really believe in 100%, and they've lived it. So they know what garages and workshops are facing, and they want to help them thrive. And that is genuine. And I think that stood out to me more than anything. And that came across through the brand as well.
Yeah, I think when you say thrive, that's kind of the key word there, isn't it? Is that a lot of the content is beyond just the products. It actually goes into helping garages turn it into a business that they can
Yeah.
actually use and utilize.
Exactly, and everything that they'd done to that point was about education as well. It's about the whole journey. I mean, there's so much information. It's such a difficult space to navigate, and they were really focused on turning very complex information into sort of bite-sized pieces for the audience. And I think they have a good understanding. There's different levels of understanding within the industry. There are those who are just beginning the journey, who don't even actually know that they can access this tooling. And then there are those that are already up to speed, but they just want to grow, they want to get bigger, they want to move into the next thing. So I think what they're really good at is talking to all those different levels and using the right language. Yeah, so I think those foundations were already really well set.
No, that's a really good take. And based on those foundations, then, obviously, you've taken over this brand. And what were some of the changes that you felt in terms of maybe brand or messaging that you wanted to kind of give a go?
I think it was really just more about consistency, about focus. So, I mean, the knowledge within Maverick is immense, but it was really honing in and pinning down what our niche specialism is, and that is OE diagnostics. And so, keeping that focus and that messaging really clear and consistent across all platforms that we use. We're doing blogs, webinars, there's social media, we're going to events, and making sure that it was consistent across the board and also within the team. So I think establishing like our core values, getting everyone together so everybody understands what our mission is, where we're headed. All of that has really helped just to kind of hone what was already brilliant, but just like refine it really.
Yeah, a lot of the challenge with building that community and building that content is the consistency for sure, isn't it? So
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
really good point. So, in that case, then, kind of summarizing this section, how can B2B brands that are servicing workshops build a brand like that almost gives them that automatic uplift when they are going to an exhibition or when they do put something out on social that allows them to kind of generate sales but also keep the community engaged?
I think it's looking at the pain points of your customers and making sure that you're responding to them, not just focusing on that end sale, so that you're there from thinking about the customer's journey from the very beginning. Like I referred to our customers that don't even know that OE tooling is available to them. So I think what Andy and David done really well with your help is building up that organic content and having the blogs, the webinars, all the sort of educational video pieces, having all that there and ready. And then when you're getting ready for an event like Automechanika, it's in the planning. You don't just rock up on the day and expect people to walk up and know what you're about and who you are. It's building that story in the weeks up to the event, reaching out to your customers, your customer base that you already have, using the material that you have, the content that you have, telling them about what you're going to be doing, what they can gain from coming to you. And I think what we're about is having that conversation with the customer. So we're not going to Automechanika or to any other trade show to sell on the day. We want to have conversations with our customers, find out what their story is. They're the hero in this, so we need to understand what's happening in your business, what are your problems, what can we help with, and educating them on that journey. So in advance of the show is make sure that those people that are going know you're going to be there and what you're going to be ready to talk to them about. Does that answer your question?
No, it does, it does. And there's a few points that I want to go on there that kind of merge into one. Is that firstly, you did mention not thinking about that end sale, that's not just, buy my product now, buy that. And that's for sure a key to building that engaged community. And I think what you guys have done slightly differently is it's not the sales guys that are on the forefront of a lot of this messaging. It's actually your technical guys that are on the
Yeah,
ground that can answer questions about garages, workshops, what they're going through. So I know that Ed, Sam, Dave are, showing a lot of their personality online now, and
yeah.
you've then used that momentum and that recognition in the show. Can you go a bit into that?
Yeah, and I'm really glad you brought it up because that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. One of the things I think we've enhanced the brand with is putting real people on the face of Maverick. And like you say, Ed, Sam, Will, and our tech support, our customers know them by name. They know our customers by name. There's a real relationship there. They're a safety net for them. They're more than just sort of getting the job done. It's not an afterthought. They're sort of building a partnership together, and so they're really involved in their businesses. They know all the nuances because every garage, every workshop, it works slightly differently. They're focusing on different brands. There are so many nuances, and so it's so important for them to have that relationship and know each other. So for the first time, we're taking the whole team to Automechanika, and we're really excited about it because we've been to these shows before and we get so many customers coming to say, oh, is Sam here? Oh, Sam's amazing. Or Ed, he's brilliant. He's got me out of so many holes and he's taught me a lot. It's not just about them fixing it for you and off you go, see you later. Our customers are building their own knowledge as well. So it's a really lovely partnership, and that is brilliant. I'm so happy that we can bring all of that to Automechanika and all of that experience and expertise to our customers, hopefully to new customers as well. And they can just pick their brains and talk OE, talk diagnostics, because I know they will.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And I know that our typical kind of view, I'd say, of more technical people is maybe they're more introverted, maybe they don't, aren't as quite more outspoken. And there's a lot that goes into content, not just the confidence to go on there, but to know what to talk about, to, you're in your head about every little thing that you're going to either trip up on or so. How have you internally kind of built that confidence with that team so that they are doing content, putting it out consistently, going to shows and just, having all these people talking to them? What have you done internally to allow that?
Well, one, we've got a great team that come in and do our filming, and they boost everyone's confidence. Um, I think doing it yourself for a start, when I first started doing filming, I was not confident at all. We've had to do lots and lots of takes, so showing them that that's okay to make a mistake, that's really important. We like one of our values, is about just being honest and being human. We all know that we're not going to be flawless all the time, so practice. The only way you get better is by practicing, is by doing. Feeling uncomfortable, goodness knows I've felt uncomfortable so much in this position since I've started. In a good way, it's got me to do things that I've never done before, and I think the team slowly, we've just sort of gradually done a little bit here and there. They're on the phone to customers all the time. They're already doing that. Like you see their confidence build as their knowledge builds, and they're all passionate about what they do, and it's just reminding them that they have so much knowledge that they've spent years building up that no one else has, reminding them that they hold the keys, and other people don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, building it up slowly and having a go, and I think they've surprised themselves, and we've still got work to do with one or two members who are a bit shyer, but I really hope we can get them on camera as well, because our customers have got so much to learn from them. They've got so much knowledge.
Yeah, no, they do. Whenever you speak to them, you learn something new, don't you? Or some of the topic comes up that you didn't even know existed, and they're unlocking something different. So you mentioned values there, and I know that that
Mhm.
is like a key bit that when you kind of took the reins, you were really firm on. And
Mhm.
I wonder if not only does that go into with the guys building up their confidence, but when it comes to engaging a community and building that brand, would you say that not only consistency of posting, but the consistency of the values throughout that content is something that is probably driven the success of it?
I think setting the values has just kind of a really nice waterfall effect, because when me and Andy sat down to determine what our values are, once you have set them out, you realize, well, it gives you focus for the whole company, of the kind of people we want in our team. For a start, you can see, well, actually, those people that we're looking at interviewing, perhaps they don't fit with those values, so no thank you, but no thank you. And then everybody's got something to live up to then. We like do award schemes where each team member has to award another team member for living the values. So they're not thinking about what they're doing, but they're actually noticing what their team members are doing. So recognizing not just in themselves that they're living to the values, but so are their colleagues as well. And then, of course, that has a knock-on effect, because then you're working with our suppliers, with our customers. All those values are then lived in everything that you do. And so, of course, that comes into our content as well.
No, that's amazing. So going into Automechanika a bit more now. So obviously we mentioned you've got those two juicy customer engagement awards in your back pocket. What did you do in the lead up to that that you think kind of strongholded it in a way? So obviously we've done the content, but how do we actually get people to take action?
So, I guess being consistent with our posting, with our messaging of what actually the customer is going to gain from signing up, so that call to action, there was something in it for them, because actually what we're asking them to do is it's to register, it's to fill in a form, it's nothing glamorous. So you have to really make them want it. So not being afraid to ask them in all different ways and forms, but making it appealing to the customer so they know that they'll get something out of it at the end.
So what have you done this year then to make them want to
So
fill in?
this year, I'm so excited about what we're doing this year. So I said already, we're taking the tech support guys down, which I think they're really excited about and nervous about, but I know they're going to be amazing. So they're going to be on the floor doing Q&A sessions. So we're inviting our customers to come and ask anything at all, and we'll answer and go through any problems they're having. So it's essentially free tech support. We've also got you guys coming to talk about how workshops and garages can market their own businesses better, especially if they are using OE tooling, how to put that out there to their customer base. And then we've got an interactive quiz, multiple choice, so really sort of OE specific, testing their knowledge, finding out where the gaps are, but there'll be prize winners, and we've got some really good prizes, £1,000 off OE kit or training. So hopefully quite appealing. And then lastly, the icing on the cake is we've got every day we're going to be running a networking session, Fuel for Thought, with the Hogs Brewery beer, which is brewed on site at the farm where we're based. So that'll be fun and just a chance really to relax and chill out, catch up with our customers, talk about whatever. There's no pressure of talking OE. We can just catch up and see how everyone's getting on. It's a really nice show, Automechanika. You find Lots of our suppliers will be there, lots of our customers, and it's the one chance we get every couple of years to all get together. So there's normally a really nice atmosphere. So it'd be nice to have our own little party on the stand where we can say thanks to our customers really and our suppliers.
I love that. That's amazing. So I just want to, in that case, then go into like these sections that you're doing bit by bit, kind of, hopefully for anybody watching this, maybe they're wondering what the thought behind it was or how you get people to actually sign up for that form, like you said. So you've got that prize for £1,000 for the first prize winner. Was that specifically to get people to fill in that form, or is there another reason that you've decided to go with that CTA?
It's to get people to think about OE as well, because we know that the quiz is about OE and diagnostics. Um, it's about assessing where they are, so that they'll maybe go away and think, oh, actually, I don't know too much about that. Maybe I need to go and learn a bit more about that. They can come to us, they can talk to us on the stand, or go away and have a look at some of our blogs and read a little bit. So there's an incentive for them to get involved really in OE and educate themselves. We know that moving into OE is so important for garages if they want to keep up, if they want to thrive, if they want to future proof their garages. And so it's just another way of getting the workshop owner or technician to think about OE. So by doing a test, maybe they'll find out that there are gaps in their knowledge and they'll hopefully explore a little bit more and come to us, talk to us, look into it.
Yeah, that makes sense. With like education is so kind of central to your guys' brand. You mentioned that that's the kind of content that you've been going forward. So I suppose this is like that natural progression into, okay, we've taught you what we can. Let's see how much you know from being on the ground and kind of watching our content, and then see where they end up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. Now, you spoke a bit about the tech team, the marketers, the Q&A session, but then that sneaky fuel for thought networking event that you guys have got going on. Can you tell us a bit more about that? You said it was like relaxed, but what was the thought behind kind of doing something like that?
Um, it's just a chance to um, everyone to sort of kick back a little bit. So we're going to have them at the end of the day. We know that it can be exhausting doing trade shows, even for the visitor as well as for those on the stand. So it's just I guess a conversation that maybe you'll be less pressured. It will be less about a sale. I think we're really trying to encourage conversation. I feel like I've said that word a lot, but to get people to come and talk to us, come onto our stand without the pressure of we're selling you something here. It's like you said, it's about education. It's also about finding out about them, about our customers, and we hope that it will be a more relaxed time on our stand where we can have those conversations. We can get to know our customers a little bit more, our suppliers as well, and talk through some of the issues that are facing the industry right now. Some of the issues that are facing workshops in particular.
No, that's great. So in that case then, since we've kind of got that whole thing built out, you've got a lot going on at the stand, I kind of wanted to get a bit tactical about how we would do it in the lead up. So you guys, to tick these off lists, you're consistently posting, you're bringing in your technical guys so that they're actually talking about what the boots on the ground kind of want to know rather than a sales pitch. And then
Mhm.
from there, you guys have taken those insights. And I like the word that you use there, conversation. It seems like everything that you guys are creating is either to invoke that or to start something that is more, like you say, educational, relaxed, rather than kind of going in for that sale. So, because of that, is it kind of easier to ask for something like that sign up or like getting them on the stand? Do you feel that when you've got more of that open conversation rather than asking all the time, that when you do make an ask, maybe it's more purposeful? Does it convert more? What's your kind of take on that?
Yeah, I think absolutely, it definitely does. I think once that trust is there as well, that we wouldn't just ask our customers for anything. We're not about constantly harassing them. They know that they're going to get really expertise advice from us. So when we do ask them for something, it's not oh God, Maverick Diagnostics again. So yeah, I think you're right. It's about building that trust and keeping that conversation going, so that when we do ask for something, it's worthwhile.
No, I like that. I mean, Gary Vee, he's like a marketer. He talks a lot about jab, 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 right hook. And it's kind of how you're just slowly poking with more valuable stuff so that when that right hook does come in, it actually lands. Because, like you say, you're not asking them 25 questions every single week. You ask them
Hmm.
one question maybe in a year. And I imagine that that's why you've gone away with that engagement award, since people have actually signed up and, gone through that super long form in
Yeah.
order to come to your guys' stand. Amazing. Okay, so my final question was, what's your take on marketing and the independent aftermarket right now? Do you think that there's anything that B2B businesses could be a bit braver about, or what's your kind of take in general?
Absolutely. I think generally in the independent aftermarket, especially when it comes to digital marketing, it's quite old-fashioned what's going out, and I think people need to up their game and really look at the more video. The success that we've had with video has been amazing. That we've had some products languishing in stock, and just putting out a little video has turned that around completely. We don't see much of that, so I think it's they're not taking advantage perhaps of how powerful organic content can be, and that's being consistent across the board. Like with video, with blogs, posting regularly. It's it really comes down to planning, doesn't it? And being consistent with that, having a strategy, building it up, then putting a plan into place. So I think I think there's a lot of companies could be doing right now.
Yeah, no, me too. I agree. All right, well,
Mm.
that's pretty much it from me, Laura. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate having you on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed it.